Thank you, Bhartiya ji. Thank you, Praveen ji, for giving us an opportunity to share my take on GST. I deal with government on a day in and day out basis. When government decides something, sensible thing is to agree, prepare oneself for that instead of it's like hitting your head against the wall trying to change. Sometimes you succeed, but most of the time around the world, government gets away with whatever they want, good, bad. In this case, GST is a very, very good initiative. It will have a huge impact on the economy. No doubt about it. There is enough empirical data to support. But I agree with my panelists and the panel before and a lot of members here. You have a 6 crore, network. For all practical purposes, they are the backbone of the Indian economy. It is that unorganized, non-corporate, the word rightly used. Now, unless we make that segment technologically viable, the entire thing is not going to work. We will keep on doing, we'll keep on doing firefighting going ahead. If we think that the organized sector will come onto the GSTN network, it will give a dividend, it is not going to happen. Now the solution is that how do we prepare? Some thoughts, some wild thoughts on it. My submission would be that if CAIT along with other chambers can explore the idea that these 6 crore trading community have to invest in ICT infrastructure in some form or the other. It will be in ICT infrastructure, it will be in some kind of skill development, accounting, tax expertise. They will have to pay to possibly lawyers, consultants and all that. If government can come with an idea of doing that in the form of a fund, subsidize that as a one-time activity and help, you will get it. Second, it will be technologically feasible, but let me tell you from operationally impossible if you are looking at the 6 crore traders to invest each individually in buying a system, maintaining and all that. And it will be extremely expensive for them. Now I am here talking about, for example, if I need I live in Gurgaon, but when I want say a medicine or a milk packet, we normally call that shop and he gives me. Now his job is actually to primarily to sell. Now if that person ends up spending 3-4 of his day actually doing this paperwork of GSTN, he will either impact his business or the poor man who closes his shop at 11 o'clock at least gets some time to spend with his family, he will not do that. So we will be affecting not only this business but also the time what a trader gets to spend with his family. If we can get the government to invest in a one-time, create that ICT infrastructure and give it to the traders, the capex could be an investment of the government, the running expenditure could be a very nominal fee, possibly could be 150 rupees or 100 rupees a month just to keep that infrastructure running. I think, I believe that Indian traders will take it up. But if you ask an Indian trader today to invest 2-3 lakhs upfront in the entire thing, it will not be feasible for them. The second, coming to the question, is that if we just take this taxation as an exclusive or an independent ICT activity for a trader, it is not going to give him any benefit. If we need to come out with solutions, models, where if I can integrate this, GST a trader has to do, it does not have an option, it's a legally compliant thing. As he rightly mentioned, 6,000 rupees a day, possibly I doubt how many traders will be out of the net. So everyone has to do it. If in that process we can help the trader through ICT, and only ICT can, to help him to do his business. Just to give you an example. Today most of us use WhatsApp across the group. And I have seen places where, people actually, for example, I call my next door Kirana shop and tell him, give me this 10 things in a month. I regularly give. He uses a WhatsApp, I use a WhatsApp. If there are solutions where I send the whatever I want, whether it's a medicine or a milk packet or whatever pulses, I send him as a message to him. It comes onto his mobile. If there is some way it gets converted in the form of a dispatch slip, he can just tick and that slip comes to my home. How I pay to him, how he wants his money, I will stay out of that discussion. Ideally, it will be a digital environment, but as I rightly concur, overnight we are not going to get changed. By per se, by nature, we are comfortable using cash, it will do, but we will have to give him. When this taxation reform we are doing, we need to think of models where it benefits the end user. Believe me, we have done enough IT projects in companies. Unless you show the user what is the personal advantage in implementing a system, and the user is not gets convinced that there is a personal advantage in it, that system is not going to work. We normally, even in corporates, we will come to a stick approach. The CEO will tell कि अगर आप PO system से generate नहीं करेंगे तो मैं approve नहीं करूँगा. The finance says I will not make a payment if the purchase order does not come out of the system. We have seen in corporates. But believe me, systems have succeeded when the employee is told that your leave application will get processed in 1 day instead of 7 days. Your expense reports will now be paid in 2 weeks instead of 2 months. We have seen systems have succeeded there. Even in the GST, my request to government, CAIT and others is that we will have to come out with models which exist and it is doable, technology can help, where we tell the trading community, you have to do GST, but along with that, we will give you ICT infrastructure solutions which will help you to grow your business, which will help you to retain your customers, to service your consumers better. I am sure you will see GST a far more success, and hopefully we don't have to resort to the stick approach of the government going ahead. Thank you.